Hello, friends. Today, Friday, 13th of February. However, this special date, February 13, Friday, does not have any relation to what you're going to see today. Today, I'm sharing something that I've never done before. I'm sharing prediction using my own algorithms for the next period. I will show a period of 2 years for multiple price instruments, including indexes, crude oil, gold, Bitcoin, Israeli shekel, and a few more. Before we continue, I just want to specify that this is not a trading advice. I'm not an advisor. I'm a high-tech person coming from high-tech, coming from data scientist domain. And the issue of stock market and the planets intrigued me for many years. So I started to develop algorithms to predict the stock market using astronomy. And that's my proprietary. What you're going to see today are algorithms based on astronomy and neural networks. It doesn't have to do anything with GAN or astrology or another method that you know. This is specifically my method to use. And again, what you're going to see now is how I'm using these charts and projection lines in order to predict the market. Sometimes it works, sometimes it works better. Sometimes there are inverse cases, which I'm going to show you, that may make this prediction a little bit more challenging or blurry. I will show you a few cases. Okay, so let's start. I will now share my screen. In order to provide this service to the public, I developed this website called Cycles-Trader a few years ago. For more information on what is this website, what are these graphs and predictions, and how to order, please go to cycles-trader.com. I'm using Timing Solution as my development platform. So let's start today with SPY. Before digging into the details, let me show you what you see here on the screen. So this is the price history of SPY. The left side here, the blue, is the history that we feed to neural network, and the right side is the prediction. And we can see here that this is price can help us as what we call out of the sample data to see if we are on the right side. Okay, what you see here is SPY. Now I have three prediction algorithms here. One is the red, long. Long indicates, as the name may indicate, the long-term direction. There's the blue here. The blue is weekly model to predict the course movement. And one is more towards a daily accuracy. These models predict direction. They do not predict price levels. Now, you can see here yellow circle. This yellow circle indicates a potential inverse case. Here I can see the band in the blue projection line, and this band is indicating a potential for inverse. What does it mean, inverse? Inverse means that the price may go on the other direction, like this. So let us read, or let me explain how I read this prediction, okay? I'm starting with the long model. So the long model indicates that there will be a change in the pace of the uptrend for SPY, and that may mean that the price of SPY will no longer continue to go straight up, but may have some declines or sideways. This is the rough estimation using the long model. Now, let me use the weekly model. This is a G model, G72 to be precise. This is the blue model. And we can see here that this model is going on the normal situation is going up until mid-February, mid-April here. And it is including a potential for inverse because of this twist in the chart, in the graph here, okay? Now, if we use the daily, the green, the daily here, we can see that it is also pointing down and then up. What I understand from this that there are two scenarios here that may be implemented. One scenario is that the price will start soon to go up until mid-April. You can see my cursor, and then change direction or change the pace of advancement. On the other side, another scenario would be that soon the price will continue to either go down or go sideways and break this long uptrend for 2-3 months and only then continue up. The specific point to decide will be soon. We will soon see where this direction is. So you can ask, what is the advantage of these graphs if anyone can say that the price may go either up or down? So this case is specific because we have this inverse case potential. Not every chart has a potential for inverse. Most of them just go one direction. The other advantage here is that once we understand the direction, we can see that it will continue until a specific date, and we can use either options trading or be more confident with our trading for this direction. Okay, so that was SPY. Let's go to another index, QQQ, which is the technology index. And now we can see that it behaves much the same, a little bit more, let's say, advancing than the SPY. So it could be, because here we can also see the potential for inverse because of this twist. We can see that there are two options. One, either the price would make a jump or start to go up until April, mid-April, and then go sideways or down, or it might change direction at all and go down or sideways until mid-April and only then continue up. So both scenarios are relevant here. We will soon be able to decide which one with a little bit more advancement of the price. Now, let's go to the US 2-year yield. And what we can see here, again, let's check the overall direction. These are the same models run on different data. So we can see that the overall direction is either down or sideways using the long model. And then the weekly model and the daily model shows that there may be soon, somewhere in early March, an incline or going up of the price or of the yield on short yield for 2-3 months. Now, in order to compare that, let's see the 10-year yield. Okay, that's the 10-year yield of the US. We can see here that the overall 10-year is going to make a change and will soon start to go to the uptrend according to the long model. We can see here that in a few weeks, we can expect that the yield of 10 years will go up a little bit, not so drastically, but a little bit. And so we can understand the relationship between the 2 years yield and the 10 years yield and make a combination with the stock market SPY and QQQ directions. Okay, let's see another one. Okay, that's the gold. Now gold, we can see that the overall direction of gold, GC equal F, this is the future of gold trading, is continuing up. However, before going up, we can see that there may be a change in direction until somewhere on May. And that means that the price either go a bit sideways or a bit down before continuing up until November, December. That's gold. I don't see here too much of an option to inverse, even if there is some kind of an indication here. If there's going to be an inverse, and we will soon be ready to understand that, then the direction would be as follows. It would be going up until May and then go down or sideways until the end of the year. Okay, that was gold. Now let's switch to crude oil futures, BZ equal F. Okay, here also we have two scenarios because of the twist here of the graphs. We can see that the overall direction of crude oil is down also in this year. However, in this point, there are two scenarios. Either the crude oil will go sharply up until May, or it will inverse and go sharply down until May and then continue its trend sideways, and then only from next year up. We will soon be able to decide on this direction. Okay. Now we are looking at Tel Aviv 90 index. Here we can also see that there is a twist, potential inverse in the charts. The overall chart of the long term here indicating continuation of the uptrend. And there are two scenarios here. Either this is the normal, either the price will go up until May, or if there is an inverse here, then the price will correct for a few months until May, meaning going a little bit down or sideways before continuing up. We will soon be able to understand the direction. Once we understand the direction, it will take us for a few months now. Okay, now let's move to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is interesting. The overall Bitcoin direction was indeed down according to the long model. And here we have the normal direction would be a correction up until mid-April. If this is not the case, then the inverse will take, and we will go down until mid-April, and only then continue going up with Bitcoin. So the two scenarios are relevant here. Even though there is no yellow patch, I don't see this band in the chart. I can understand from the direction that may be the case. We'll know in a week or two if this is really the case. If next week it will start to go up, then I expect it to go up until mid-April. If it continues down, I expect it to go down until mid-April. Okay, the last one is the Israeli shekel. So we can see here that the overall trend is that the shekel is strengthening. Shekel dollar is going to be even better toward the three shekel for the dollar, and then only in a month or two we may see a bit of change of direction until mid of the year, and then strengthening again until end of the year. So the shekel is still strong for the whole year. This is what I see. Okay, this is the review. This is the first time I'm doing that. For any questions, please drop me a line in the comments below. If you want to have more information about these cycles, go to the website cycles-trader.com. You can try a price instrument that you want. You can order, and you can read a lot more about this new technology. Until then, remember, this is not a trading advice. I'm not a trader. I'm not a trading teacher. This is how I'm using the graph by myself, using my own technology. Thank you and goodbye.